Hello, people. How we doing?
Did you just have to stop that music like that?
I don't understand. Are you liking
I
it?
was trying to understand what the music was trying to say. Like,
If I cry
sound
today, I
nice.
cry tomorrow. Things will not change. But if I call on God's name, everything will be better.
Be the same.
Everything will be better.
Okay.
Everything will not be the same again. So, how we all doing? You're welcome.
Fine.
Gangs Kid.
Yeah,
What's
for the first time you're
up?
calling the name the way it's supposed to be called.
Oh, really?
You're addressing me the way I'm supposed to be addressed.
I've never seen a name that
Ray.
has been forced on people, but
Like,
like
you
God
understand?
used to it, like something
Like you don't
this.
have a choice.
We don't have a choice.
Okay. How you doing, Ray?
I'm okay.
You guys
I'm
look
great.
good. I don't understand what's with the white. Like, what's
It's
that?
Our intention,
Copy.
let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Anthony, don't say anything. It's just copy. You copied me. Any other explanation, I won't agree.
Let me tell you the truth. We're actually aspiring to be couples. So we have to be dressed like this.
I refuse to
Abi-
accept
Well,
that, but
let's
Rachel.
move. I'm too speechless to contribute to what Anthony just said. Now.
Good day, viewers out there. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're just looking beautiful today.
Yeah.
And I hope you're happy. So it's the radio show live on Nelco Television International, and as usual, we always tell you things that you want to hear,
Or
and
the
in
things you
case-
don't want to
or
hear.
the things you don't want to hear
Mhm.
actually. But then, if you have something contrary to it, drop your comments on our Facebook page and
Yes,
we'll take
so-
it live and we'll know what's up and what you want. And today we'll be talking about one interesting topic, and really not interesting, but there's something about this topic
It's
that
not really interesting.
that
It's
no, the
It's
thing
interesting,
is
it's
it's interesting
sensitive.
and sensitive.
Yeah,
Do you
sensitive, that's the
understand?
word, yeah.
And okay, broken home or defective home.
Yeah. It's sad actually.
You see, so that's what I was saying. Something like, I know it's broken home. Wow, like it has affected a lot of people today negatively.
It's all negative. There's nothing positive
About
about a broken home.
That's true.
Okay, true though. There's nothing positive
Yeah.
about it. So now, I don't know, broken home. Okay, what do you have to say
Why are
about
you looking
broken
at me?
home?
Me, did I came out from a broken home?
It's not me you attacked today. Oh, please. It's not me.
anything
I
like
didn't
that.
say anything like that.
I
Why
heard
are
it
you
was on me, so I
guilty?
knew she definitely was referring
Why are you
to me.
guilty?
I'm not guilty.
As if she can see right through you and
I
you're
don't
not happy
understand.
about
Like, I
it.
don't understand.
Well,
It's because you're very white today.
Let's just boil down to the game. I think the effect of broken home on a child is a very huge one, and it's something that if care is not taken, it's likely to go out of hand, in the sense that the child is likely to lack so many things. Like there are so many principles, like basic principles, to which, let's take for instance, if a child at a very little age probably lost, let's say he or she lost her mom when she was like, let's say, a year of 2 or 3,
3 years old.
year of 2 or 3,
Hmm.
either 2 or 3, there are some basic things that at that age that she's meant to get from her mom, but for the fact that her mom is not there, she's likely not to get
But is losing a family member a broken home?
no, I'm just saying an instance. Or let's
Okay.
say for instance the mom actually left,
Mm-hmm.
or they separated or something, or divorce happened or stuff like that.
Mm.
And normally, I think, as at that time, the child is supposed to go with the mom. I think even legally, the child is supposed to go with the mom, and
Well,
not
you
to deal
saying
with-
legally is a tricky
No, it's
one.
it's
because-
legal. It's legal.
No, it actually is not legal.
No,
as
what I'm
such.
saying is legal in the sense that
Mm.
if a divorce happens, the child is supposed to go with, or the mom is supposed to take the child alongside with.
Well,
That's what
if
I'm
a
saying.
divorce should happen, is who wins custody battle in the end of the day, or who has
No,
the
I think-
capacity to
I think-
stay
I
with the
think
child?
I think ideally and legally, that's what it is. You're supposed to. I think
That's why I'm
I
saying.
think
Sometimes,
the mom- I think
no,
the
if you
when
mom-
you
take
say
the legal
when you
aspect
say
of it,
legally,
it's
like,
not really a
true,
direct.
it's not.
It's not direct
Because most times
legally.
when a judge is going to do that, they always think they always give it to the person that is able
is
to.
able
and
financially,
yes,
who is
financially, and
mentally
sometimes
there,
they
who
even
is
have
all
to
of
ask the
that.
child, who do you want to go with?
I
So
think
that's why I
disagree
said-
with that.
No,
That's why
There
you
is-
brought legal. That's why I'm even saying remove legal out of it, because when
True.
it comes to legally, there's no direct path to who gets to have the child when it comes to a legal proceeding of divorce. And that's why I clearly said let's remove
okay,
legal
since the legal
from
issue
it.
is bringing issue, let's remove legal.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's say, for instance, the mom probably she was unable to, like, take charge of the child while living. Then by the time the child stays with her father, there are some basic responsibility of which the father cannot take up as regards what is expected of a mom towards the child. So by the time the child keeps growing up or continues growing up without the presence of her mom in her life or in his life, there are so many things that would go wrong. And it's likely to affect that child even when he or she becomes a married person.
Okay, so now what are broken homes, Anthony? Like, what is a broken home? Yeah, because with your little this thing, you've just gone far and wide, like you just everywhere.
So yeah, so what's your own idea?
So like, what
of a
is
broken
your idea
home?
of a broken home? What is in your own definition? What do you see as a broken home?
I think broken home can be caused by two factors. Probably situation where the parents are separated, and then it affects the child, or a situation whereby they are divorced.
Okay.
I think that's broken home for me.
All right. Well, a broken home necessarily is not only around divorce or separation. A broken home you coming from a family where alcoholism is a problem.
Okay, yes.
So
yes.
you find yourself in a marriage in a house, in a family that there's just either so much abuse due to
fighting and
all of that,
misunderstanding
and all of that. So you find yourself as a child being vulnerable. See, a broken home can even be when your parents are hardly around.
True.
So you're just left in the hands of maybe very busy parents, be it both parents are busy, or be it the dad
or something.
Yeah, so you're just left with just in the mercy of whosoever bring you, when one person is constantly away and the parent is not intentionally but just can't strike the balance between being there. A broken house could also, finances can also be a broken where you find yourself as a child and you just can't get your needs from your parents, and at an early age you find yourself becoming a hustler, becoming a child hustler, a teenage hustler, when you're at the basic stage of development and all of that.
And to me, I feel there's another aspect of this. When you talk about a broken home, now we're talking about, let's say for instance, now one parent is actually supporting the child into doing something, certain things, and then the other parent is not in support.
There's no synergy between
there's no synergy
like
between both parents. Yes. So now that child will be confused into knowing what to do or what not to do. And I've seen a situation whereby maybe let's say for instance now both parents are supposed to scold the child about a particular thing, and then the mom is there saying this thing he did is wrong, and then dad is saying no, it's not wrong, like you don't need to scold the child like that. Now I feel it is better, it is a good thing for both of you to have an understanding that you know this thing is wrong, and then you both should talk to the child. Do you understand? Because most times when a child understands that his father loves him more than the mother, now he tends to do a lot of things and then trying to come to his father more. Do you understand? Now it will make that child to grow loving one person or thinking the other person loves him better than the other person. Now that child will be confused into doing some certain things in life.
Yes,
there are some houses you go to there that you see either the father, the mother with daughters are siding each other, and then the sons of the father of the family on the side of the father.
Yeah.
So in that regard, the house is already broken.
True.
Yeah,
and there is no
unity.
There's no unity.
And again, in that regard, there is every chances of the parents not agreeing to a lot of
things.
Because their upbringing is going to be affected in in every regard. Because the father cannot talk to the daughters without the mother coming to defend the daughters.
Of course.
The same thing happens to the sons too. So when you happen to be in that kind of an environment or a family, you are likely to lose so many things.
True.
And then it will affect you even when you are married and you have your own children too.
Yes, definitely. These are some of the effects of like coming from a broken home, and I'm grateful that we're able to like bring out precisely exactly what broken homes are, because it's not just a one-way thing.
True.
I know a lot of times when we hear of broken homes, like our mind just quickly runs to divorce and separation. But there are a lot of people that are from a broken home, and then everybody is together. There's no separation. There's no divorce. But you grew up in a lot of toxic environment where you grew up, and you think it's normal for the dad to keep beating the mom, or it's normal for the mother to just be verbally abusive, because I know it's rare for women to be the beaters. In rare case, we have that, but it's more of the verbal and then the emotional abuse. So you grow up, and then for some reason you just see it as a way of life. But usually one of the effects, I believe, of certain things is not even that you turn out to be like that, but you turn out to be an emotionally unstable person on so many levels. That is even more, that is more covert in a way than an overt way to say that, okay, you know what, this person picked this off because this is the environment you grew up. But then you are now having a covert attitude where it's either you have this very low self-esteem, you don't have confidence, and then it's really difficult for the people you are interacting with to even know, okay, where is this person? Even for you, it might be difficult for you to say, where am I getting this? Why am I lacking this? Why don't I have this? While it's easier for you to, if you turn out to be a toxic person, it's easier to be able to trace the root of where this is coming from.
And this issue of broken home, there's a way it affects the child, or let's say children, in a way that it increases anxiety too. In the minds of the children, because there is you are always being depressed, you're always being troubled mentally, because of the fact that, okay, if you get home today, there's every tendency, or there's every possibility of your parents fighting, and then you'll be wanting, like, you'll be in the middle of it all, trying to see who you are going to defend, who you are going to, like, all of those things. You're just in the middle of everything, and you can't just have someone that will come into your rescue at that point in time. And then you go to school, you see other kids having their own normal life. Like,
I wouldn't want
like having no, it's true.
Of
now.
course,
you go
I'm
to
trying to say
school.
something where, okay, are you talking about university or
No, not
primary
university.
school?
I'm talking about normal kids school now.
Okay, like
You go to
I want
university,
us
you go to school, you see your other friends
Yeah.
playing, and then probably telling you about their families and all, but then
And you can't even tell anyone about your own family.
You can't tell
and then you
anybody
be
about.
asking, and then praying as a kid at that point in time, that how I wish my family can just disappear, my parents can just disappear, because I can't take it anymore. I'm young, and look at what I am being faced with, even at
But you
home
know,
and
a
all of
child
that.
don't really think like that.
Some
I feel we're using
child-
the example of more of an adult or a
Yeah,
teenager and relating it to a school.
Even a child of just S1 can't think.
They can't, but
They
this
can't.
your
Do you know,
thinking
it
sounds
has-
more advanced.
Anyways, to
for
me,
a
I feel
student.
These days, children are- some
Most
of them are
of the
very
time they don't
intelligent
think like
these
that.
days,
You
so-
see it in their attitude. They either
actually
become
the
bullies or they allow themselves
behaviors,
be
like
bullied.
I've seen this
Yeah.
a lot. Like, it has happened to kids around me that I've seen, like children who come from this particular family, that they always, maybe the dad is being brutal to the mom, or they're having issues and all of that, and then you realize that the child tends to be a wicked person in school. He turns out to be
Becomes
a
a
bully,
bully, yeah.
in school, and then you see children running away from him. Like, I've seen that a lot. And then when you tend to sit with this child, like, I've sat with like 2 or 3, and then I spoke to them, and they're like, I always see my dad beat my mom. Like, I don't even want to have a friend, because I feel like it is the right thing to do. And I'm like, it is not the right thing. Now you see, it's affecting this child mentally, because now he feels like what his dad is doing to his mom is the right thing. So now he's trying to put it out to other people outside.
True.
Now when you see movies today, you see children trying to talk to their mom. They'll be like, what is happening to you? Like, our dad is not here, or our dad is always beating you, and you always take it. And then there are children that will tell you, I don't even want to see my father again. because he beats my mom or he's hardly around. Now other people are talking about their parents, and then you can't even talk about your own dad or your mom because you feel it is not like, it's not even important.
Just like, it's not like the normal life.
It's not like the normal, like you feel when someone is talking about his dad, and then you be like, really? Like, I know, like I've had these like countless times when I was in the university, when I try to talk about my dad, maybe when I'm saying, oh, my dad just called me, and they'll be like, really? Your dad will just call you just like that? And I'm like, yes. Like, we normally talk with my dad, like they'll be like, no, mine doesn't even do that. So far as he has paid my fees and like he has given my pocket money, like that's all. Like, we hardly talk, we don't even see. Now you see, it's having effects on children because when they go to school, they don't even read. You see all these children that end up in the streets smoking, and then maybe some of them even run mad. Some of them don't even know what they are doing. They end up talking to themselves. Now this is the effect it has on children.
Exactly. And these are precisely the angle like I want us to go. What are the things that we are seeing in our society happening that is as a result of coming from a broken home? Now, a primary school student will not run away, even if they want to. But then let's look at teenagers that are beginning to have their mind, young adults and people like you and me, like coming from a broken home. What is most likely going to be our reaction to this brokenness? And you just said it, a lot of people, because you grew up in a home, a lot of people go into drugs, go into violence for attention, or finding a way to bring out their rage, or trying to get back at their parents.
Have you seen the girl that doesn't want to go into any relationship because of what her parents? Yes,
because they feel if I do this, it's two things. It's either I get back at them and make them angry, or it's either I get their attention. So I have to find a way of getting their attention, and you might end up bringing out your rage by doing one thing. So you're most likely going to be a juvenile or end up. And if you're too old to be in the juvie, you know where you can find yourself.
Like this thing has something that does to people. Like I've seen this child. I think he should be either 20 or 22 right now. Like, okay, his dad left the mom because he was feeling like the mom had everything, like he was not working again because he lost his job and all of that, and then the mom was the one doing everything in the house. Now the dad got angry to a point because the mom was trying to rub everything on his face, like, I'm always doing this for you, light bill, food, water, everything, I'm always doing it myself. Now you don't even contribute to it. And then the boy was always seeing everything, so the dad left the house. Now it was affecting the boy because he felt like, now I can't even date anybody, or I can't even go into a relationship because it will happen to me. What if I don't have a job? What if I don't have something doing? What if I can't even put anything on the table? So it means it's going to come back to me and all of that. And then the guy was just like, he kept on thinking, and then he started drinking because he ended up joining this gang, and then they ended up drinking and smoking.
They tried to find a place.
Right now he's running on the streets mad. Sometimes when I'm coming to work in the morning, I see him.
Wow.
Like, he sees me and he will smile. Like, anytime he sees anybody that he has known for a long time, he will tend to smile at you, but he's mad. Like, sometimes I'll be like, really, this guy knows what he's doing. And then I'm always sad when I see this boy because I'm like, how do we even get to talk to his mother? Even if it means just come to this child, like, just talk to him and all of that. Like, it's taking a toll on all these people out there, because when you see someone being depressed, it's not all about maybe something that you've done.
It's not.
But then it's from your parents. If our parents will actually understand, some of them will say they don't want to take this thing, like, or maybe the mother will still be in the house because of how the father is beating her, and she'll be like, I'm still in this house because of my children. Now we understand that part. But if parents can come together and have a compromise about all these things, and then they just understand that we are supposed to think about our children's future, their health is very important to us, that if we tend to do all these things, it's going to affect them tomorrow. I know parents see a lot of children outside in the streets running mad, and then taking all sorts of things, and then going through a lot. If only they can think that my child can actually, if you love this child very well, you love him to that, you know, you brought the child to the world, and then you know you love him, you want to cater for him, then you should think about him first before you end up trying to say you want to separate because of anything. I know there are reasons we need to leave our homes, but the truth of it is that we should always pray and ask God for assistance, for guidance. We should think of our children, because they will end up becoming something in the society that we will not even be proud of. If tomorrow you see your child somewhere, or maybe they will call you and tell your child in the police station he's in cell, how would you feel? He ended up beating somebody, or he killed somebody. Now he has that thing in his head. Now if we can come together as parents to talk to our children, or to understand ourselves first then we know that we're supposed to cut off all these things.
You know, one of the problem is I think one of the huge problem is some of our parents, or let's say some of those that have children out of wedlock and all of those things, they are not really ready for responsibility, and that's why sometimes they run away from it, and then neglecting the fact that you're running away from your responsibility is likely to tell on the child that you are living in the care of another person, or be it the mother or you being the father, taking care of the child all alone. And the reason why I said something about a primary school child thinking and all of that is because I have a similar story of a cousin of mine that gave birth out of wedlock and all of that, and then the father was actually mad all through the stay, like the girl staying with him and all of that. So it was so obvious to the extent that even the child herself was able to know that this man, like that is my mom's dad, that is my grandfather, hates me, to the extent she even asked the mom one day, why is it that daddy hates me this much? What exactly have I done? A child of I think 4 years or so. I think she was even like 4 years at that time. I think
for this person there was never even a home in the first place.
Yes, in the first
because
place.
I believe that when we talk about a broken home, it's a home that was first of all established. This one wasn't even established. So you didn't even. This is not the person's parent. This is like the grandparent, and then it's okay coming from society. You know, this person was already giving birth into a broken home already. There was basically no home for this person in the first place. We are going to literally look at it because it's not a couple who were together, legally married, and then all of a sudden things were falling apart. So this is just one of the very unfortunate scenario for that child, because this child didn't bring their self into this. But however, he never had this constitutional home, or what we see as home here in Africa. And then one other thing I see that is a result of like people coming out from broken homes is that it's common with guys. You know, they make it look like we love chills, we love going out, we love hanging out, but a lot of people are running away from home because let's tell the truth, home is comfort.
Yes.
Home is comfort. There's nobody that would tell me always staying outside in the night, always and you're not going to the house home that you've paid the rent for.
Do you understand?
Where you have TV, where you have all the cable channels available,
where you have everything,
where you can stretch your leg and put your leg on somewhere for like all of that, and then you see them roaming about from morning till night and just wanting to come back and just crash in a house that has every facility you keep paying for, like all your bills and all of that. This is one of the effects. You see that somebody is running from somewhere because our home is comfortable. You made it comfortable. Why are you running away from it?
I think it
when you
goes down to what I said earlier about act of irresponsible. That is, if really you're a responsible guy or a responsible man, of course you should know that home is comfort, and there is nowhere outside your home that you will find that solace.
Home is home.
No, but it doesn't have to come from irresponsibility now. You just find yourself in a toxic.
It's only an irresponsible man that stays.
I'm not talking about married men only. I'm talking about young guys like
young guys that stay out late.
Yes,
like when you say you're going home. Have you seen when you close from work, like you're rushing home? It's not like you're late to go home. Do you understand? Like you're going to your comfort zone. So then, if you're talking about a broken home, then it means you're not even comfortable in the house anymore. You're not comfortable running back home as a child.
For everybody, not just being married or you as a child in the house that is broken.
If I'm a child that is coming from a broken home, I know how that's going to take a toll on me, like how it's going to affect me.
So I might not want to go home early.
Because I might not want to go home early. I just want to hang out with my friends and come back home very late.
I didn't get what you mean.
Yes, exactly. That's
so anyways, broken homes affect our children these days, like a lot of children are going through a lot, and it's actually something that we really need to talk about. We really need our parents out there, they should understand the mind of the children and know that whatever it is they are going through, if it is due to their own situations, they should try to tackle that and forget about any other thing, that any differences that they have with maybe the father and the mother. They should just try to think of this child because it's going to affect them, and and then it is the society entirely that we're going to face it. Now, even if it's not just you directly, but then it's going to affect other people out there. So then whatever it is, our parents out there, we understand situations to make us to go into a lot of a lot of challenges, and then we tend to separate. But please, we should always remember our children. We should know that they are our kids. We brought them into the world for us to take care of them. They didn't ask to come into the world on their own. You brought them, but then it is your responsibility to take care of them and do all the things that you're supposed to do to them, so they don't end up doing things or affecting other people out there. So thank you guys for doing this with me. Always. Gangsky. Anyways, we still have a song again that we were playing from stage 1. It's called Cry. Then it's definitely saying, if you cry today, you cry tomorrow, things will not change. But if you call upon the name of the Lord, of course he is going to change your situation and make it better. So stay blessed as you listen. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.